Okay, guys, as we're joining, how many of us are here so far? Around 16. It'd be good to see how everyone's journey is going so far. Even coming into the end of the year, I think it'll be amazing. If anyone at all, switch on the camera, let us know how your day is going, how your week is going, and even how 2025 has been for yourself. Like Rajesh, how's it going for you, man?
It's going pretty good.
Nice.
Um,
Tell us about
journey's
your
been
week so far.
yeah, the journey's been pretty good. As of right now, I'm happy to say that I'm over 120 pounds. Right, I lost 120 pounds, so I'm happy. So it's a 3 year journey, but I've been with KMAC for a little over a year, and it's been fantastic. That's all I can say. Didn't know what I can eat. I've been, prior to when I started, I was just doing no carbs.
Okay.
And it's just a eye opener. That's all I can say.
Definitely. I even wanted to ask about that. You've lost so much weight before KMAC. How do you feel like KMAC really helped you when you got into the journey then?
Oh, I'm eating more now than what I when I started my journey. Right, I was really starving myself, and I feel that to just amount of calories I'm eating, carbs, everything, including that, it made a big difference. I think one of the biggest problem I've had when I was doing my weight loss journey without guidance is I was in pain. Um, I just couldn't. I was working out, and my recovery was horrendous. So that's
And
that's
if
the biggest takeaway I can give.
if I'm not mistaken, there's a photo shoot celebration coming up in the near future as well.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. So which photo shoot are you going for? Is it next year?
March.
Beautiful. So yeah, I can't wait. I think Cedric will go through it today, but one thing that we're gonna come into is Dallas, and we can't wait for it. And even see you in person, I think it's gonna be amazing seeing that 120-pound transformation, man. It'll be great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but I just want to say congrats as well. If no one said it so far, we're saying it right now that in terms of where you've reached out for this journey, I think 2026 is even going to be a bigger year for yourself. So yeah, I'm excited
yeah,
for to hear about it.
yeah. Definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, I love it, love it. And Avani, I know you had your camera on at 1 second. We definitely want to see you again. If anyone is around, wants to give us a little bit of a talk, wants to speak a little bit, there you are, there you are. I knew you were coming back. How are you doing? You okay?
Sorry, I didn't mean to turn my camera on, but hi. I just
Well,
started KMAC 2 weeks ago and I missed the beginning of this.
oh, nice. So start 2 weeks. How are you finding it so far?
I love it. I feel like in the beginning it was a little challenging to get used to. But I feel like, with Sagel coaching, it's been really, really helpful. Even my husband, who was very, very against it at first, has
Hey
said,
Google,
wow,
turn on
you're
my lights.
adhering. Oh, you're adhering to the diet? And he said this seems much healthier than any of the other programs that you've ever started and stopped. So far I'm loving it. But it's, very early on. So yeah, I'm sure more
Yeah.
people can comment.
But nice. I like it how you've had such a strong start. Obviously, you've got such an amazing coach over here as well, Sedge. But what do you feel like you want to take into 2026? What are some of your own personal goals?
I really love the idea of, the transformation in terms of personal goals, like fat loss. But I think more than that, it's given me a lot more energy to be able to keep up with my girls and to be able to cook healthy meals for my family, but not eat them. But I'm looking forward to incorporating all of that together and yeah, no. So hopefully get to meet the KMAC team at some point for the in person. So not sure when that is, but looking forward to hearing that too.
Of course, you're gonna hear more about it today, and I think we'll definitely find some time to see you in person. But it's great hearing about your journey, and honestly, I can't wait to hear how it's gonna go for you next year. So I'm expecting to hear from Sergio to give us some updates on how you're doing as well. If there's anybody else, as we're getting more into the call, as people are joining, anyone who wants to join, maybe turn their cameras on, like Dee said in the chat as well. Anyone that even wants to talk about their goals and what their goals are for 2026 would be great. Saman, we can hear from you as well. Definitely want to hear about your goals and how you're finding things so far.
How's it going, guys? Um, yeah, this has been an awesome journey. I'm actually it's kind of bittersweet. I'm with as you guys know, Max is my coach, and my intention was always to do a year at KMAC, and I'm just about to get to the end of my year. But I'd say bittersweet because, of course, it's tough to know that the structured program is ending for me. But I'm super excited about kind of taking ownership of the habits. Which was always my goal. It was never like an aesthetic goal. It was more like I wanted to change my life with habits the way that and kind of just have something that goes into older age. And I went through the photo shoot experience, which was amazing, and now I'm in the reverse diet or muscle building phase. And yeah, I'm excited to carry it forward. And one goal I have is that before KMAC, I've done some marathons, and I'm really excited to hopefully do one more next year and see how this transformation has affected the times and all that stuff. So the last few, it was getting better, but my last one was right before I started KMAX. So there hopefully should be some cool results.
Oh, definitely, and I can't wait to hear about it. And I know obviously you had such an amazing photo shoot as well. I think we had the honor to obviously be around as well. But it'd be good to know like how your experience was even leading up to it. I'm sure a lot of people here today are thinking about doing a photo shoot or maybe don't know what it consists of. It'd be good to hear about your experience a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, the photo shoot, I highly recommend. I remember watching every one of the videos that were posted on the website before I started this program. And one of the things that I remember Kunal emphasized was like, you don't want to have that end of your fat loss be like some picture that you took in your living room. Like you want to really commemorate it. And I cannot like looking back on it, it's such a sort of source of motivation when days are tough or whatever. Like, you were able to do something to get to that point. And when you look back on it, you can always say, if I need to get back there, I can. I know how to do it. I have the toolkit. And to actually get there, I think that, learning those habits and just being disciplined, I think it's all about habit. Once you have the habit, you are going to get the result. And that was how it was. And I no day is perfect. No workout is perfect but to me, it was a really cool experience. And I'll actually, after I'm done talking, I'll post my graph because actually a lot of people have been talking about it in the WhatsApp group, like what happens after the photo shoot. And I've been trying to, just slowly maintain that increase in calories and increase in intensity. And I'll just show you guys my graph. It's kind of like the part after the photo shoot is, it's weird seeing the graph start to move up, but it's also intended. So anyway, it's been a good experience.
No, honestly, that's amazing. I think it gives a lot of help to a lot of people, obviously knowing what comes after, right? It's not really a gray area. You've been able to put some importance into there and obviously some insight as well. So honestly, it's been great hearing from you. And I have full confidence that, like you said, you're ready to take it in your hands and we can see that you're still in perfect shape. So things are going well so far, which is great. But
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, nice one. Even as we're all here again, anyone else who wants to talk about their journey so far, anyone who's hopefully you're not driving, you can turn your camera on as well and talk a little bit more. But even as we're doing that, just again, what are we really wanted to take into 2026? Maybe, and it would be great to put it in the chat as well. Maybe you want to be more disciplined, maybe you want to be calm and focused, maybe motivated, or are you wanting to go into 2026 with a clear plan? Definitely put it down below. It might just be all of them. I think a lot of us might just want all of them for sure. But if you want to turn your cameras on, talk a little bit, put it in the group chat. It'd be great to hear from you guys just a little bit more as well.
I think Ruchi's comment there is really, really relevant where like as you go longer and longer into the process, it doesn't just continue to be a repetition of the same basic things. Like as you grow, your coach will kind of grow alongside you as well. Like a lot of time, like we're kind of holding stuff back. Like the stuff that would be fascinating and cool and to add in right now, but the time isn't correct. But then when you do have that kind of longer coaching relationship, there is like more kind of complex and additional things that you can add in, particularly on the resistance training side of things as well. Where glad to see that Ruchi was able to, or is continuing to be able to see that as well. But I think we'll hand the reins over to Sedge.
Go ahead and dive in.
Absolutely. So 2025 for KMAC has been, I think I could say on behalf of the team. We've loved it. We've had a great year. We absolutely love so much about the community. And you guys, Sam, Dee, and David, started the community calls earlier this year. You guys can talk about that.
Yeah. So Dee, I think kickstarted it. Was it the first week in January this year?
For very close to the first week in January.
Yeah. Since then, over 45 total calls. And it's amazing to see so many of you still coming through, whether you've been here for all 45 of those or this is your very first call. There's a couple in there that I may or may not have forgotten to record. But the vast majority of them are over on the YouTube channel as well. So if you do head over to the KMAC Fitness YouTube channel, there is a playlist with all of those that you are able to go back and watch. If I can recommend any of them, to be honest, I'd go and say the one that we did last week was a really nice recap and a whistle stop tour, essentially. If you want to pick up a breadth of knowledge in just one call, that'd be the one to go to there. Also, shout out to Sedge's coach spotlight call as well. I think a lot of really, really nice information in that. The other coaches shared some great points here as well, but Sedge is here, so I've got to shout her out, haven't I?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I was just going to say, Sam has a 0% success rate on recording these videos. The two times I asked him to, he was like,
yeah.
I got a message an hour later and he was like, sorry, mate.
Bottled it.
Yeah.
I had one job.
Yeah, but guys, if you would like to, we already have our first quarter mapped out in terms of we're going to get in more kind of client spotlights and guest speakers. But if there's any kind of topics in particular you'd like to see us cover, please do drop them below in the chat and we'll take note of them going into the new year. But there's that lovely image of me eating a bag of Cheetos down the bag of class. I did not put this presentation together, by the way. This was Sam.
I had to. It's the best photo from the trip.
Great photo, to be fair.
Yeah. I think just a quick thing on the community call. Something quite, if you remember when we did our community call when we were all together in Houston, we were all in one house and in various different parts of the house. It was quite funny. And then we were like, where's Max? And Max was doing the community call from this really bougie bathroom sink setup. It was.
I was cuddled up on the sofa with K-Mac.
Was it me and you, Sedge, together? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were together in Kunal's room on his little desk.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about our Houston trip.
Yeah, so that Houston trip, we had. So this was the first year where we've had 2 sets of photo shoots. We've always primarily been focused on over the summer, and then we spread out a little bit into Houston, thinking that we do have clients over there and it's a great area to be in. So we had, I think, a handful of photo shoots there. Some of them were couple shoots, some of them individual. We hosted a drinks night. I think that was good fun. And then the drinks night's always probably one of the most funnest events. If anyone over here has been to our drinks night, hopefully you can vouch for that as well. But yeah, in the comments, I'd love to know like what events you guys have attended and you've enjoyed as well. But we also hosted a hike and a brunch. It was cold that morning. I remember, Rajesh, you were there. Sejal was there too. And I remember her complaining how cold it was. But we had a nice brunch after that. And then some of us headed off to some more photo shoots. So we had that afternoon. And I think a big highlight for us as coaches was all of us training in Alpha Land. We were all doing a spot of shopping over there. We spent a lot of time in Alpha Land, either as, in small groups or as a big team, training together, learning off each other. And I think that was a big part of it, that even though that we're coaches, we still learn from each other every single day. And training together, using different machines and things like that. Sam being the very, knowledgeable bit about certain machines and, that's his.
Me and Dee just walked in and were like, in a playground of gym machinery.
Exactly.
Didn't even train properly. It was just like, I'm gonna go from that machine to that
Oh,
machine.
that looks fun. That's engineered in a weird way.
There's lots of shopping involved as well, guys. There was.
Yeah, facts.
There was a good amount of podcasts we did all sort of together, huddled around in our living room, which was good. We also did a lot of content in, I think, Chipotle or Taco Bell, that kind of stuff. So it was, I think, a great successful trip. We went to the rodeo, not been to a rodeo before, so that was quite interesting in different ways.
Won't be going
I
back.
think interesting is definitely the word. Quick one on the podcasts as well. I wanted to give a little sneak peek and a shout out to something that me and Dee are actually having ready for next year. Archana and also KMAC were involved in this as well. But we've recorded an initial few episodes of kind of a science-based pod where we're doing sort of 5 to 15 minute little snippet deep dives into certain topics. That's going to be coming out in the new year, once per week, I believe. Is that correct, Dee?
Yeah, once a week. We have the first quarter of topics recorded. Yeah.
So keep your eye out for that one. I believe Spotify, correct?
They'll be absolutely everywhere.
Yeah, they're on Spotify. They come up on the Facebook group. To be honest, even to this day, I still listen to some of the podcasts. I find it, I don't quite like hearing my own voice back, but I do listen to our own podcast sometimes when I'm in the car, and there's always going to be snippets of information that you guys will take away, not only from these community calls, but from those pods. So I do encourage you guys to give it some love and enjoy listening to it. In May, we hosted a small little community walk in Tampa, easier because that's where I lived half of my life. So we did this together as a collaboration with the Tampa Female Physicians. It started off just doing a little bit of a walk near Bayshore, just along the river, and then we thought we'd incorporate it a little bit with some stretching afterwards. We had like glow sticks and things like that. It was quite fun. My kids got quite involved in it. I think that's a big part of my life is my children get very involved in what I do, whether it's training or watching their steps out of fun, having a little mini challenge at home. And so, we had some kids coming along to this as well, which is good. It was a nice little event we had.
Definitely. I think it even takes us back to the walk that we had, right? Before in March. People bringing their children along. And I think that's, like you said, you bring your children along. I think it's such a big thing about the community that we have. Like, you don't just come by yourself, you bring your friends, you bring your family. We saw a lot of dogs there, etc. as well. But I think that's an amazing thing about KMAC, how we have such a big community, how it just doesn't cancel down just to clients, like it goes around to family as well. So yeah, just wanted to touch on that and how amazing it was. Even for myself, that was the first time I was able to travel with KMAC. So seeing everyone in person, it felt so surreal, like, oh wow, like I saw you on the other side of my laptop. Now I'm seeing you in person as well. So yeah, it was pretty awesome on my end side as well.
Yeah, that was my first 2 trips as well. The coaches, they don't stop talking about the trips until you go on one, and they're like, oh yeah, this is great fun, to be fair. David, we're like, one of the big things that we do want to focus on going into the new year is just creating like that actual sense of community. Like, it's a great word to use, but actually getting people to communicate and collaborate together and actually make friendships. It's not a straightforward thing to do with the amount of clients that are in the company. So what we're after doing there is creating some like individual groups. David, do you want to just chat through that little touch?
Yeah, so again, we're really big on community, right? We want as many people involved as possible. Like, we want you to be able to come into KMAC feeling comfortable, feeling like you've got a lot of people around you, knowing that they're also in the same boat as you. Maybe they're feeling a little bit confused, feeling a bit overwhelmed, but we're all in the same boat together, making sure it's going to go nice and well for yourself. So the different group chats that we're going to have, it's going to be the main one, is going to be on WhatsApp. Well, they're all going to be on WhatsApp, but it's going to be the community, which is going to split into different groups depending on what will be best for you. So we've got the East Coast, right? And then we've also got the West Coast. Just making sure on that.
That's generally what the other one is.
Yeah, so just making sure I'm not going to go north or west or whatever. Anyway, so you got the East Coast, you got the West Coast, and then we also have a newbies group chat as well. So if it is your first 6 months it would be great for you to join that. Of course, you're going to be learning a lot from your coach anyway. But whilst you're in there, we're going to put a lot of relevant information that maybe is something that you've missed or something that's going to help you along the journey as well. So definitely get involved in those group chats. They're going to be one that are going to be very useful for you as well. So if you're not in any of those group chats, definitely let us know just so we can add you into it as well, or we can at least send you the link for you to be able to join.
Yeah, a couple of questions initially that have come through here as well. Dee's already got to one of them. But yes, all members will be able to chat in those. We have got the kind of main community page that we had at the moment, which is where we'll continue posting little announcements, things like that. You won't necessarily be able to chat in that one as it is currently. But with those ones that we've added on, you will absolutely be able to go ahead, have discussions. And like David says, right, we want to give you all the opportunity to kind of get to know one another as well. In terms of which group the Texas folks should join, we knew this question was going to come up. Honestly, I would say either, whichever you personally want to join. Maybe you know more people on the East Coast or the West Coast. Yeah, if you want to join both, join both.
Yeah. And if somebody could get the hands on just the invite link to that as well, that will be great there.
We have had someone else asking for the Midwest as well. Maybe we can discuss it. But yeah, in terms of the invite link, I think you can just go into the community group on your phone. You should be able to join the chats that have just been put together as well.
Yeah, I'll stick in the main one anyway now in a second. Just let me grab it. And then in terms of
people from Texas on this call as well.
So look, what we will do in time, it's because we don't want to just set up a group and then for it to die in a couple of weeks' time. So if we find that this group is too busy, then we will separate it down further. But it's better to start with more and then separate out later than start with lows and then they're really quiet. So that's essentially why we went with the two big groups for the time being. And we will we'll add in one on like a education forum as well. I'd love to do something like that where we could just share kind of relevant research. I noticed how many 100 physicians are part of KMAC as well. So I think that would be a nice little addition. But again, we'll add them in slowly as we actually find that the chats are working essentially.
Yeah, exactly. You want to start small, make sure we kind of perfect the initial start of them. And then we'll start adding others in. In terms of getting invited to the groups, it is going to be a case of going in and kind of joining the relevant ones once you're in the community as a whole. So that will be kind of down to you to go in and join which ones are relevant.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Let's move on with the presentation.
Any other questions that do come in on that, though, of course, just drop them. We'll get back to you. Sedge is going to tell us all about the New Jersey trip.
Yeah, this summer there was our biggest trip yet. We made a lot of changes just within our own personal systems, like the way that we work. And because on these trips, we still communicate with our clients, we still do check-ins and things like that, but we also are at photo shoots as well. So we sort of changed a few internal processes, and I think it worked well. We had our evenings a little bit more freer to be as a team. We had a non-alcoholic fuels karaoke night.
Yeah, that was elite, by the way.
Was very good fun. And then with this, we had photo shoots again across 2 different kind of locations. And we had a great epic drinks night. Drinks night, it was the original venue that was booked actually closed down for good. I think 2 or 3 weeks before we were flying out. So there was a lot of panic stations in trying to find somewhere else, but it worked well. We normally have the venue to about 11 o'clock, but I think some coaches stayed on till a little bit later.
Can't remember.
Not me.
Yeah. Most of us went home. But yeah, no, it was a great night. We had a hike as well. That was going to be cancelled the day before, actually.
Yeah, we were a bit iffy on the weather, weren't we?
Yeah, and I think we made a call at 7 o'clock that morning that, we're going to go ahead with it. So there was no coffee, unfortunately, because there were no coffee stands wanting to brave out that weather. But it was still a great success. Loads of people turned up despite us not sure if it was going to go ahead. So that was good fun. And just like David said, you know, there were kids there, dogs. So yeah, we very highly encourage clients to bring their family, friends, and everyone along to meet us because we love seeing everyone. There's that KMAC motto, one generation, and all that, the families and everything. So yeah,
I think biggest hike so far, biggest boot camp so far, biggest drinks night so far.
yeah.
I think I'm excited for next year, I'll be honest. And everyone who's listening right now, if you haven't been on a hike yet, once you find out the dates, yeah, start booking it in because I think it'll be amazing once you see everyone in person, and then it'll just give you a whole new motivation just to keep on going, knowing how many people are in the same boat and how many people you're meeting in this community as well.
It's also not a hike, it's a walk.
It's a big group walk.
Yeah.
Also, come through to my boot camps this year as well. I promise they're not as brutal as people may have told you they are.
Yeah, the boot camps. Anyone that's on this call, have you been to one of Sam's?
She's calling me up.
Yeah. So if you've been to the boot camp, you'll know it's different. It's a different way to train. D stands in the corner with a bag of Cheetos.
I was completely useless around that, wasn't I?
You want to take it back to that photo?
See, so those boot camps weren't bad. See, they were good. No, the boot camps are good fun, high energy. As I said, different heart rate levels, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the way we traditionally program and train with clients. It's not the most effective thing to do, but it's a nice bit of fun to do with people, and it's the only really realistic thing that we can do. Again, guys, if you have any ideas, we're very much open to changes in events. Like our standard at the moment is a drinks night and like a hike. But if you have any other ideas something we could do, whether it's like a Pilates class or whatever it is, do drop them in the chat as well. Like you would potentially have better suggestions than we do, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely. So all suggestions very, very much welcome. Also part of our New Jersey trip, we went into New York City itself a couple of times, and we had a lovely surprise with the Times Square billboard. So yeah, that was something that Kunal had wanted to do for years. So managed to do that.
Interested to hear if there's any New Yorkers on the call at the moment. If you actually saw that at any point in Times Square, there might be a random chance that someone did.
There's absolutely no chance.
You never know.
Just in the photos on Instagram, that's all. That's the only thing.
Yeah, just seeing our spam Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
And then we took this photo over here in Central Park. And that's where Central Park, that's where we took the same photo last year, the same spot.
Yeah. Same photo on my very first trip, actually, as well. So that's a year on.
Yeah.
Sam, I do have a question about this next photo. Is there AI in this? Because it looks crazy.
Might have been a little edit. But yeah.
Arsenal does not look like
me and you doing the exercise library updates, wasn't it? Yeah, he's actually wearing my shoes, which are like 3 sizes too small for him in that because he forgot to travel with trainers.
That's one thing that we actually over the Christmas period. That's what we're changing is the exercise videos. So like we have to just remove all of the old ones and update all of the new videos, and we'll continue to add to that over time as well. There's a couple of additional ones that we do need to add in there. But yeah, that was one of the things that me and Sam did. Another big thing that I pushed heavily for, and I'm delighted that we got it sorted, was moving away from the sheets and the chronometer. I think it's an absolutely fantastic addition. If you haven't been moved yourself on the nutrition side, it's probably something that's coming down the line. I personally haven't moved all clients yet, because if people are progressing, then people are progressing. There's no need to change what's not working, essentially. But I love the chronometer app.
Yeah, I think it's been a really, really nice change for some people. But as you say, at the same time, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So
yeah. I'd be intrigued to know in the chat as well, how are we finding the use of chronometer? I've got like overarchingly really positive feedback on it from clients. But other than that, I think it's best that we get that photo off the screen.
Let's move on.
Why does my arm look like a leg?
That's just real life.
Oh yeah, we had a couple of K-Mac weddings as well.
Couple. We had some great weddings this year. It's been a busy year with weddings. We celebrated Kunal and Reena in June. So I know last week they celebrated their 6-month anniversary.
6 months already.
Yes.
That's wild.
So
And then in September, we celebrated Paran and Suraj. It was a great fun day as well. And then the last one, which I couldn't make, which I was very sad about, but we had Dee and Lucia. So yeah,
It's a good time.
busy time for the whole K-Mac coaches family, I guess.
Yeah, we're all growing up. We're all getting sensible. It's absolutely horrible. Like our Christmas party, I think we were all, like, majority of us were home by like 11 o'clock. Shot.
It was the most sensible Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, going into next year, tell us a little bit about what's to come, Sedge.
Yep. So we have 3 trips lined up for 2026. The first one is a little bit more of a lower key one. Not all the coaches will be going to this, but this is going to be held in Tampa, where I am. And there's going to be a Tampa Female Physicians sponsored gala, which will be great fun. The aim of this trip is just to, again, create communities, talk to people, network, and just hang out. So those that can come to Tampa, let me know, send me a message. I can send you the details, the dates, and of everything that's going to be around there. We're going to the gala is on February the 13th on a Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to have just a very chilled out K-Mac social day where clients will be coming in and just hanging out with us in the sports bar. Pretty much for most of the day. And then we're going to have a boot camp held by Sam, Vicky, another one. And then looking to do a riverside walk, again, very weather dependent, depending. It is President's Day weekend, so we just need to gauge a little bit around that weekend as well. But we're going to be doing open training sessions in one of the gyms over there, MI40. I remember when I first moved to Tampa, Kunal goes, "Have you been to MI40?" And I was like, "No, what's that?" And he went onto my phone, onto my Instagram, and just followed it from my IG. So he really wants to go over there. So it looks like a great gym. Going to have some open sessions there.
Unreal. That is that to me is infinitely above Alphaland. I would have followed BPAC like probably about 15 years now at this stage. Ben Mikulski, the owner of it, I would have followed him a long time ago. Lucia has actually done some work with him. I'm jealous. I'm raging. I'm missing out on that, to be fair. But anyway, it's fine.
It's not actually that far from me, and he keeps asking me, "Have you been yet?" I was like, "No, not yet. My gym's clean."
I'll send you some photos.
Yeah. Yeah, so a bit of a lower key trip. As I said, just a few coaches, just predominantly because the team that are flying out after 2 weeks, they're then going to go to Dallas. And Dallas is going to be in March. Again, that's going to be holding photo shoots. Tampa won't be having any photo shoots, but we have got photo shoots booked in for Dallas. Again, we're going to have a drinks night. There's going to be a coffee and a hike. They do call it a hiking trail, so we'll see. We are looking to do something a bit different instead of boot camp, to do a yoga or a Pilates, but just looking into the logistics of that right now and seeing how many people are going to be able to come and fitting that number of people in. Like, obviously with yoga, you need yoga mats and different kind of space compared to like what a boot camp would hold.
I am not teaching that one in yoga pants or anything like that.
No,
that is not happening.
I wish.
No, Sam's not leading that one. We will be getting a yoga instructor. Whether, Sam, you want to participate or not, that's a different question. So yeah, so this one again, it's over a 10-day period. There's only one weekend where we will be there, so we want to just make sure all the events that we're having is going to be around that weekend. So if people are coming in for it, we get to see them as much as possible as well. One thing to say after the yoga, if we do end up having that in the afternoon of that session, that day, it's going to be again just hanging out in a sports bar or a barbecue spot, somewhere like that, where it's just going to be very informal, just chatting with all of us and amongst ourselves and things like that. So that's going to be a great trip. About 9 weeks to go. So not long.
Yeah, it's not long at all now.
So if you haven't booked your tickets, guys, book your plane tickets, I don't know, however you're getting there. But definitely come around and see us there. I think it'll be good, even if it's just to talk. It'll be amazing to see you guys.
Yeah, the logistics of the dates and the venues and everything will be coming out, but there will be countdown emails and social media stuff coming out from the first week of January. So you'll have plenty of time to work your schedule around any spring break things that you might have going on around that time of year. And then we have Chicago in the summer. So this summer we're going to be changing our venue away from Jersey and going to Chicago. We did a small trip to Chicago in November 24.
Yep.
And again, that wasn't photo shoots or anything like that. But the details of Chicago is something we're still kind of working out right now. But it's going to be predominantly around photo shoots, celebrating KMAX 5 years as well. So again, the whole team will be coming out for that. We'll definitely be still having a coffee and a walk. Hopefully we get to see the Bean. We didn't see the Bean last time we were in Chicago, so that'll be nice to see. But yeah, further details of these events will be coming, but they will be around the last week of July, first week of August.
There'll be a drinks night as well, won't there?
There'll be a drinks night.
Yeah.
We're just trying to work out, is it going to be like our traditional kind of drinks night or something a little bit different? So yeah.
Poker night, I reckon.
A poker night.
What did you say?
Poker night.
Yeah, I can't wait. Chicago pizza. Yeah, one plate rule. One plate rule. That's what I'll be sticking to when I get there for sure.
We did Pequods last time, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, Pequods is really good. But yeah, again, guys, if you have any ideas of events and things like that you would like to see from us, please do send it on this message here or message me directly. And we'll definitely look into it. But yeah, all ideas very, very much welcome. And yeah, so we've got a very busy first part of next year and then obviously this summer. So looking forward to it.
Can't wait.
Other than that, guys, I don't necessarily think we have anything else to speak about. Sam, anything I've forgotten about?
No, I think we've covered all the updates, the events that we had this year. We've give a little bit of a sneak peek into what's coming next year alongside the podcasts. I'm sure there'll be plenty of additional updates coming throughout the year as well. So yeah, wanted to say I appreciate everyone who has been coming along to the calls this year. Plenty more to come next year.
Yeah, I think one thing that we'll talk about, right, is community, how big it is. So if you're sat here and you don't have any friends or any family on the program right now, and you know that they're not going to be joining us in Dallas because they don't know about it, definitely tell them about it. Tell them to sign up to the program because now is the best time. We've got a solid deal, right? What's the deal? The Christmas deal. So we are sharing that around as well. So now is the best time to definitely join up as well. They get 2 months free. If they sign up, I'm sure they're going to be thanking you if you send them the link and book on a call for them as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And just to echo what Sam said there, yeah, I think the Thursday evenings have honestly been one of the most enjoyable parts of the week. So thank you all for so consistently coming, and we'll be back with a bang in the new year. I also did. That doesn't matter.
What were you going to say?
Doesn't matter. It's nothing appropriate that adds any value.
But yeah, unless there was any other questions that anyone had on the WhatsApp community, maybe anything that we may be able to tell you on the events coming up or anything like that, that'll be all from us this year. And yeah, wish every single one of you an absolutely amazing festive period. Happy holidays, I think you say in the US rather than Merry Christmas. But yeah, enjoy it. Have a great time.
Awesome, Wes. And if anybody has any additional questions, if you want to stay around and stick on your camera and your mic and chat with us, that we're free for the next 20 minutes or so anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Happy holiday, guys.